Hey, what's going, y'all? It is yours truly once again. We know about the white knight, but what if I were to tell you that there's also a black knight? Well, theoretically speaking, but also um, hypothetically understanding. And what I mean by hypothetically understanding is I believe this shall become more of a reality in the days to come, as women will continue to outnumber men by a large margin, and that number shall increase. Pretty soon, monogamy will be a thing of the past. For a lot of men, that doesn't exist in the world at all. But where I'm going at with this is we know that, like, with the white knight, based on a lot of red pill knowledge and even from some guys from the MGTOW sector, the white knight usually is the guy with the cape. You know, he comes in and saves the day. He relieves the damsel in distress. So that's in a nutshell the white knight. Now the black knight, he's similar. What I mean by similar is, well, he's a knight. So, but he has a different function, a different mindset. Basically the only thing he has in common with the white knight is he has armor on. And he may not even have a cape on that armor. Some knights wear capes on their armor, but in the case of the white knight, he uses his cape for more than one reason. So, but with the black knight, he approaches the same damsel in distress, and but the thing is, he's not going to waste time on trying to save her. He wants to help her. He wants to teach her. He wants to show her things. He wants to help her with recovery. But this is all up to her. This is not up to him. This is not him catering to her in a simp role. It's none of that. It's a take it or leave it mindset, strategy, reality. You know, he gives her the pills to swallow. It's up to her to take the medication. It's up to her to take the training, if you will. It's up to her to take his teachings, his knowledge. All of this represents his love for her, something she's not used to, because she wants something else as far as what she thinks love is and what she thinks security and establishment and commitment is. She has something different in mind. But this black knight, he's not going to accept that. And to me, the rise of the black knight is kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of a mixture of what has taken place with the Me Too movement and with the idea of MGTOW and with what red pill knowledge is. Now, red pill knowledge isn't just about women, okay? The idea of applying red pill knowledge to women is just learning how to think outside of the game, okay? Now, some people try to say red pill is understanding the game. It's thinking outside the game. You heard it from yours truly. It's thinking outside the game. That's what red pill is. Because you shouldn't have to have all that game just to get with a woman. That's all matrix talk, all this game talk. And I get it. I mean, if that's how you want to roll, that's how you want to roll. But for guys that look at things differently, you pretty much have one way for a woman to go, and she's either going to be about what you tell her or she's not. That's why I've never tried to understand female nature. I want her to understand my man nature. I understand more about her woman nature, which is different from female nature. I'll talk about that one day. So with that said, because of what I understand versus me trying to understand female nature, I see more of her role, her purpose. I see more of where I'm trying to get her to be so that she can be this way for me. But see, that woman has to be willing. She has to want to go that way. And it's always up to her. Okay. It's never up to that man. So that's the mindset of a black knight. The black knight is basically, he's not MGTOW. He has some red pill knowledge, but in some ways he's beyond red pill, because see, with red pill, it's just you thinking outside the game. You seeing things for what it is. And you just really you really don't want to deal with that again. So a lot of people who take on red pill knowledge, they just want to avoid the game altogether. Okay. Now, with the Black Knight, he pretty much has a similar mindset with red pill knowledge. However, he'll still run into a lot of these damsels in distress, but he's not going to make it easy for her. Whereas a white knight, he will make it easy for her, and he will protect her. He will save her. He will cape her. He will do all that. Have his little sword out and be wielding it away. Black Knight don't go for that. A Black Knight's sword is 1,000 times more powerful than a White Knight's sword, by the way. But it's just hopefully. Oh yeah, and the Black Knight's armor is 1,000 times stronger than a White Knight's armor too. See, the White Knight's armor and his sword, its strength is dependent on his validation he gets from the women, the damsels in distress. Whereas the Black Knight's armor and sword, his strength is pretty much infinite. The only time that Black Knight's sword in armor will waver is if he gives in and tries to be more like a White Knight. But usually, yeah, as long as the Black Knight is in his mindset, in his way of being, and what he understands about his true royalty, yeah, his strength and his sword and his armor is very infinite because he's not being driven by the lust of his flesh or his emotions. He's driven by the truth and the principles. He knows about scripture. He understands the bright side of spirituality, not the dark side of spirituality. He's not catering to female nature and none of that stuff. So this is what I believe in regards to the Black Knight. He's totally different than the White Knight. He's totally the opposite of the White Knight. But yeah, with the it's this idea of knowing that there will be more damsels in distress in the future, and they're going to keep trying to wanting a way out, wanting some man to be there for them in some way, even though she's still stuck in her way of thinking because of her past experiences. She's hoping that the White Knight understands where she's coming from and just help her accordingly, whereas the Black Knight says, no, there is a different way you can be, and it's up to you to check out what I'm about and what I'm talking about. What I can show you versus what I can do for you. Me showing you what you can do is of greater value. It's kind of like that old saying of, it's better to teach someone how to fish than to give them a lot of fish. Something like that. Somebody can help me with that cliche. But the same thing goes with a lot of these females that aren't real women. You don't just give her a woman pass just because she has female body parts. No, she has to have a mindset of a woman that matches the beauty in her shape and in her form. That actually the beauty of who she is as a woman resonates much stronger than her body parts and all that stuff. Like, her external beauty is a reflection of her internal beauty. And see, the Black Knight understands this. The Black Knight is not like the White Knight who just takes on a female as she is and just sees her as beautiful. No, the Black Knight understands that. No, sweetie, I see you for what you are right now. You're not beautiful. I can show you how to be beautiful, but I'm not going to just accept you for being beautiful and then I just kind of cover up your flaws and that's it and cater to you. No, I can show you how to be beautiful. See, beauty is feminine and beautiful is masculine. Men make things beautiful. Men are beautiful. Women represent beauty. She becomes beautiful based on that man's masculine principles instilled into her. So in essence, these females are being less beautiful because they're not dealing with masculine men. And some of them don't want to deal with that. In essence, some of them would hate to run into a Black Knight. They would hate to run into a Black Knight. They see him as terror. But this is the difference, I think. Yeah, because Because a woman, a real woman is going to know her role and want to learn of her role, be taught of her role, being shown this is the way she must be in this man's life. See, that's what a black knight does for her, and if she's not wanting to be that way, she can walk away. Hey, no love lost, no love found. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. Nobody's forcing you. But just know that's how it's going to be. Whereas with the white knight, there's really like no set role and nothing like that. It's like, well, baby, I'll do anything for you, whatever you want me to do. I want to make this right. I know you've been through a lot before, but I'm going to make sure it's right this time. Whereas the black knight shows her how it should be right this time. See what I'm saying? The difference between the white knight versus the black knight. So now y'all know about the black knight. Let me know what y'all think about that. Signing out.